So you slammed open that prison door, proudly escaping into freedom, or so you thought, and instead found yourself hemmed in on either side by crowds as the town had come out to watch your impending execution.
I wave, say hi.
One of the kids near you kind of goes, hi, and his mum's like, shh, don't say that, don't say that. Shut up, Adrian. There's a junior. The person at the gallows is kind of surprised to see you emerge so willingly, and in those eyes of his that are more than willing to kill you, you also see a bit of surprise at the lack of guards around you. But hey, you know, whatever works. He'll come get you himself if he needs to.
Alright, well, I feel like I should address the crowd. In character, of course, so I say, "What's all this then? Planning a hanging, are ye?"
And they all just stare at you like... And one guy at the back of the crowd maybe kind of goes, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Clearly these lot aren't the most witty of characters. Common townspeople. You hear a bit of crying maybe as the wife of Adrian somewhere in the crowd is kind of like, "He murdered my husband, oh!" And yeah.
Okay.
But no one really makes any attempt
well
to... They kind of... Some people are looking at you kind of like, go on then, get up there. But no one's really stepping out of line to come and force you anywhere.
Well, I've got a bit of a curveball. So, here's my thought. Everyone, excuse me for a minute. Turn around. Go back inside.
They are so impressed. Oh, I wonder. They are not. They don't know what to think, and you just turn around and walk straight back into prison. And as you close the door, one of them kind of whispers, like, "Did he forget something?" And
I have forgotten something, indeed.
As you walk back inside, Dave comes barreling out, and you kind of collide with each other. And just at the moment that he does, you get a sensation of something streaming across the room that's facing towards Bob. It's like a soul enters your body suddenly, and a little wave of energy crackles through you. And as Dave is bowered into you, a little kind of spark you see go up into the air, and then fades off quickly. And you have recovered the amount of soul that was imbued into Bob.
Excellent.
Says the demon in your head.
Yes, that's that. That's
yeah.
it.
And Dave grabs you, turns you around, and starts marching you back out the door. And the crowd is like, "Hey, yeah, it's him again." And you walk outside. And you are now briskly being escorted to the gallows. But the energy crackles within you. You have 9/10 still remaining. Having recovered 1/10 from Bob and 1/10 still being in Jim.
Well, seeing as Dave already has his arms on me, I'm thinking that I turn to Dave and I say, "But Dave, doesn't the king want to see me first?"
And the power is imbued into Dave. What fraction of your total are you going to give him?
Let's see, what would the Hypnotoad do? I'm going to say 3 out of the 9. Yeah?
Okay, you can refer to it just like, assume that you have all of them. So you can be like 1/4 and it will just be 1/4 of the total available to you.
Okay.
So 3/10.
Yeah.
3/10 flow out of your body and a crackling goes up in the air and the little sparks go into the air. Luckily, not igniting anything.
Shards, absolutely. Everyone's sharding suddenly. There's just it's stinking.
I mean, you certainly
you can't tell.
You spent your life around manure spreading, and there's one reason you got allocated to that job.
I know the difference between human stink and animal stink. Yes. This is definitely the human variety.
Dave kind of jerks back, and then he's like, Yeah, the king did ask to see you. I'm fairly sure. And he takes you by the arm, but less briskly this time, and he kind of escorts you up to the gallows, but he's ahead of you. And he makes motions to the executioner, and he's like, wasn't the king supposed to see him? And the executioner, whose name you don't know, why would the king want to see this piece of shit? Oh, I don't know, I mean, isn't that the kind of thing that happens? Big executions, king comes along, says a few words? No, you're thinking of marriages. And only of important people, anyway. Why would the king want to come anywhere near the little town of Aladel? I don't know, and Dave seems at a bit of a loss for words. But, the crowd surrounds
I'm
you
a
still.
witch!
I'm a witch! You're gonna shout that out.
Yeah, I'm a witch! The king wanted to see a witch!
The crowd gasps. It has been revealed that Daryl the manure spreader was a witch all along. One guy in the back kind of goes, "Wouldn't that be a wizard?" And they go, "Shh, shut up, it's a witch." The person next to him. And suddenly rumours, I mean, the crowd has been a bit surprised until now, but crowds do what crowds do, and people start chattering amongst themselves. "A witch," he said. "God, is he really a witch? Well, it kind of makes sense if you think about it. Why would it make sense? Why would he willingly be a manure spreader? He must have been doing something else with his spare time. God, no one sane would do that, unless he was a witch." And theories are bubbling everywhere, they're evolving, being twisted around in a great big game of Chinese whispers, and eventually they come back. And Dave has latched onto this idea. Yeah, there was something about a witch, I'm fairly sure. The king wanted to execute the witch himself. Now, luckily, the executioner he's there because he likes executing people.
Mm-hmm.
And so, his main priority is just to be the one who kills you. He's not necessarily too fussed about whether or not the king has to be there. And so he kind of gives it a bit of a pondering for a second, and he's... "Well, you know, Dave, I've always viewed you as a very reliable guy. I mean, I know you do have a tendency to share a mug with Miranda, but I haven't told anyone about that. So if you say the king's got to see him, then I suppose the king's got to see him." And with that, the crowd erupts into a roar. "Yeah, kill the witch, kill..." And it's, they sound quite enthusiastic about it. But
As
a messenger
they would be.
is nearby, and somehow the town organizers, maybe the mayor is there, and the mayor sends the messenger off. Go speak to the king. We must confirm these stories. And off he goes. And in the meantime, everyone's quite confused, so naturally these people came here to see an execution. It seems like that's been postponed. The mayor, who doesn't have much agency in this town, he's more of a figurehead than anything. He kind of addresses everyone. He's like, "Well, it seems to be the case that the execution won't be happening today." "Aww," goes the crowd. "We'll have to confine Daryl back to his cell until such a time that further word from the king can arrive." And so Dave kind of takes you by the shoulders again and starts escorting you back into the jail. And just as he does, the 10th from Jim streams through and imbues itself back inside you.
Man, there's so many things coming and going into me.
Are you sure you didn't want to choose prostitute as your profession?
Invigorating. Yeah.
It's not too late to change. No, it is. It's too
I
late to
mean,
change.
I don't think I have any room on my plate now, between witch and shit farmer. It's just a lot.
You're a man of many talents, Daryl. So, you have a fair amount of your extra soul still hanging around inside you now. 3/10 of which are currently in Dave, and he's pretty sure he's trying to get you to the king, but he doesn't really have the cognitive ability to know why. But
I mean, I'd like to just suggest to Dave, do you really want to keep the king waiting for a messenger to come and go and all that sort of a thing? Don't you remember? I'm pretty sure he said, "I want to see this guy." I mean, I'm pretty sure he said, "I want to see this guy." Right? In it, eh?
Mate?
Mate?
Dave was like,
In a pub, innit?
I mean, I kind of vaguely... Something about that. It's pretty clear that further persuasion doesn't have any effect over him. It's more that he's just susceptible to the story that you told him originally, which is that the king wanted to see him, or something to that effect. So he's not. He doesn't really have the brain functioning at this point to do any more.
Damn it.
But there are plenty of other people around, including more influential people. People of all sorts come to see these executions, rare as they are in the peaceful village town of Aladel.
Yes, you did mention the mayor, didn't you? I wonder if there's an archbishop or a Dionysus on hand.
Yeah, Dionysus is just there swilling his wine. So, yes, I wanted to watch the witch burn too. No, sadly he's not there. He couldn't make it today.
God damn it.
Yeah,
I sent him that email too.
But Dave is currently escorting you back towards the prison, so he's a little while away.
I don't know. It's just been so much today. You know? I didn't kill anybody. That wasn't me. I don't know what happened, and then all of a sudden I'm in a jail cell, and they're telling me this, and then I got things coming in and out of me just constantly since then.
The crowd has caught on to the idea of you being a witch, and they're not really happy to hear you protest your innocence now.
It's just, Harv, it's been a long day. There's already been a lot going on here. I feel like my character in this scenario is just like, fuck it, just put me in the cell. This is a lot. just put me away for now.
And so Daryl doesn't resist as Dave leads him back inside. Bob and Jim are sitting down at the table, very confused.
What did we tell? Oh, yeah, right. Bob punched the wall.
Bob is nursing his hand. Jim has bandaged it for him, it seems.
Jim's wife, Miranda. I wish I could be like a fly on the wall inside Jim's head to know whether or not he's still like, did Dave really? What was I on about? Or like, what is his experience? I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know whether he remembers anything for the past few minutes, or whether he still believes what you told him, or whether he knows it was wrong and he knows something was up. You don't know anything.
This is great. I love this. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this segment from the Harv and Pawn Show, which you can catch on twitch.tv/HarvandPawn every Wednesday at 4 p.m.
That's right, and you can help support the ongoing war effort by pledging to our Patreon at patreon.com/HarvandPawn, or by shooting us a one-off tip at paypal.me/HarvandPawn.
War effort?
Right.
There's not a war on it.
Carol, where's my laptop?
This is supposed to be just the end of the show.
God damn it. We've got
What's going on?
Running, people. Let's be a bit more professional.